All right, Coach. Thanks for coming out here. I got to say, it's not easy coming out and rehashing these games with us after 5 straight losses. So that speaks a lot about who you are, and we appreciate you. I just want to say that up top. As far as the game goes, VCU did what VCU does: 22 turnovers, 31 points off turnovers. Fair to say that was the biggest factor in the game.
No, I would just say, I guess it kind of goes along with it, but just our lack of, and I've been saying it all year long, and we've been trying different things. Guys just want to, they're veering off on their own and doing exactly what we don't. I would love for people to come to practice and see how we coach guys and see the detail and see the time, the energy, the organization, just how much goes, because we come out and we look like a team that has no idea what they're doing, and it's really frustrating and disappointing, when that happens. So, but yeah, the turnovers, they were a killer, especially in the first half. I thought we had it rolling a little bit to start the game, but that evaporated quickly with our lack of discipline defensively. Obviously, they shot 36 free throws, and then our turnovers. It's been 2 things all year long. When you look at anybody has Ken Palm, if anybody can look up those stats, you'll see our stats are either average or really good, like somewhere from average to really good, like in the top 150 of the country. And literally every other stat except for turnovers, the stats that go with turnovers and the stats that go with fouling. And so we put a lot of emphasis on that in practice, but we just yet again.
Okay, so Drew, we still have 14 regular season games left and the conference tournament. So
yeah.
What are some things that we're doing just to try to make sure our guys are ready for that and getting on the floor ready to compete?
Trying different lineups. We're mixing up what we're doing offensively. Today you saw more motion concepts, less ball screens. If you know basketball, it was more like screening, staggering, try to open up some driving lines for guys, which was good for us. We did a lot of that versus George Mason today. I wish I could have thrown in the post more, but Bryce and Phil are our 2 best guys in the post. Ben would probably be our 3rd best guy off the dribble. But Phil was in foul trouble, and I don't know where Phil's head was at tonight, so I didn't want to throw it into him. Bryce wasn't. He's just okay, too. So off of those motion concepts, we want to continue to start throwing it in the post a little bit more. Defensively, obviously mixing up our coverages, a little less switching. We didn't execute our defensive game plan on the ball screens. What you guys saw when we got turnovers, we executed our game plan. When we did not get turnovers and they scored, they didn't. We're doubling more in the post, going less one-on-one there. So we're trying a lot of different things and trying to switch the way we do. We're trying a lot of different things, and tinkering with lineups. You saw Jamiro Wilson playing more today. You saw Shelton Edwards back in the lineup today. Saw Jalen Quinn playing more today. So we're trying to figure it out.
You mentioned how the team has looked in practice on a day in, day out basis, and then you see the Clemson game and what they're capable of. In the second half,
I don't know what the team doesn't necessarily, but I was saying like early in practice, like the organization, what we do, how much emphasis, the way that we hold guys accountable, the standard, and all that in practice is just different from what we do when we get out there on the floor. I think the way that we play today is the way that we practice. We have low emotion, low energy, low spirit, and that's got to change. And I can't beg for guys to do that every single day. At some point, somebody's got to step up. Besides Braden plays his heart out every single day.
A lot of these problems that you're bringing up seem to be more apparent in the second half than in the first
100%.
half. So, do you have? Obviously, if you knew what the problem was, you have fixed it already. But is there anything that comes to mind?
I tried today. I switched up what we did when we came out for halftime. I was trying to have more game-like shots to try to get them mentally ready to go. But it always seems like the guys that make an error or two come out in the second half and they let it snowball. And obviously, we work with the mental performance coach once a week to try to figure out strategies. But that's not my field. But there's no overthinking when you compete hard. I do know that. There's no overthinking when you work your butt off so hard that you're prepared. Not that So I believe in extremely hard work, and I believe in competing, and those two things should take away the mental doubt that you may have or the mental focus that you may have. And so we're just not doing that right now. So we'll keep trying different ways and trying different people and giving different people opportunities to try to prove that they can do that.